Hey, what's going on? This is Garati Joseph, your local real estate agent here in South Florida. Just want to appreciate you guys taking time out your day to listen to me kind of basically go over the real estate news that stood out to me here in the South Florida market. As you can tell, I'm a little more lax today. I got my hat on, turned backwards to be exact. I got a nice casual shirt on. Didn't have any clients to see on this day, so I want to go ahead and do this recording and just to add value to you because mainly my main focus mission with me taking time out your day, or more so you taking time out your day to listen to me, is just to kind of make sure I bring news that is relevant to what makes sense on what's going on here in the South Florida market when it comes to real estate, whether it's on the retail side or the commercial side. So let's go ahead and jump into the articles that stood out to me this past week, as my main mission is to kind of keep this short and simple and straight to the point. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the first article we're going to take our time to go over together. All right. So this article right here is titled, oh, and this is live, like I mentioned before. So, there may be a little technical difficulties as we go through this live show together, which is the beauty behind it. All right, so the name of this article is called More Californians Bypass Texas and Move to Florida. All right, the Census Bureau of Florida and Arizona welcomed more relocating Californians last year as Texas numbers dropped. In 2021, 37,000 moved to Florida. That's from California to Florida. And it grew from 37 to 50,000 Californians moving to Florida. So that's a big increase. The biggest takeaway for me in this article is just the being a local South Floridian, and also talking to my also local South Floridians and seeing the drastic increase of home appreciation the past 2 years, and more so post-COVID. A lot of that has to do with these people out of state moving into Florida and bringing that out of state money with them. In the case of California, they do have some high paying tech jobs, and a lot of these tech jobs do give you the luxury to work remotely. And due to the, I guess, the reality of what's been going on in California, pre-COVID, excuse me, during COVID and post-COVID, a lot of people decided to make that transition and move to a place where they have a little more, I guess, flexibility and movement as far as what was going on in the local government during COVID and even post-COVID. So that's the reason they chose to move to Florida. And with that move, they had the money to basically afford what they wanted to afford, because prices in California, as far as homes, are night and day compared to Florida. So all I'm trying to say, as far as to my local Floridians, don't get mad about the situation of where home prices are today. It's just accept the reality, because nothing stays the same forever. And the good thing is, the people that are purchasing, and they are in a position where they can actually afford the mortgage. So that's going to allow to continue to see stability in the real estate market here in South Florida. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the second article that stood out to me. All right. All right, article number 2. Let's go ahead and jump into that. Article number 2. This right here should be some relief, more so for us, for the renters out there. This article is called Miami's Luxury Rental Market Slowing Down. Okay, historic rental increases couldn't continue forever. The addition of more units and a drop in new residents have weakened the demand and dinged the rental prices. Mainly, we're seeing here's in this section of the article, it says, so far in 2023, the median monthly rent for luxury 3-bedroom home in Miami-Dade County is now at $8,500, which is still a good amount of money, but it is down from 15%, which was $10,000 last year. So basically, this article is saying that due to the, I guess, the decrease of number of people moving in, also the increase of new apartment buildings being actually built, we're seeing a drop in rental prices. That's a great thing, because I can tell you personally, I had to actually go through that myself with my rental portfolio, and more so my tenants, where I had to entertain the reality of increasing their rent. But with all that being said, due to where we're at today in the market overall, the economy and real estate market here in South Florida, rent is starting to kind of to slow down because this it couldn't keep on going up forever. So for all that being said, we're moving in the right direction when it comes to rent based off of this article. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the third article that stood out to me. All right. All right. This right here is kind of entertaining to me. It says 1 in 5 couples include home fund in the wedding registry. On the wedding website, The Knot, which we all know about. I'm a married man. I remember going through that with my wife, The Knot. 20% of couples ask for home down payment money, an amount that has risen 55% over the past 5 years. All right, so basically saying nearly 1 out of 5 couples are turning to their wedding registry for help with funds to buy their first home, according to a new survey, which makes perfect sense, man. Because at the end of the day, being a newlywed or newly couple that just got married, and I mean, no need to ask for money to kind of go somewhere out the country to celebrate your honeymoon. If you're going to get a good 5 to 10, whatever amount of money you can get from family, friends, and loved ones, if you can actually have them contribute towards your home fund, that's the biggest gift they can give to you outside of attending your wedding. So in this article, I'm not surprised that this is where we're at today, because due to where rates are today and home prices are today, to be a newlywed couple trying to get into this market can be challenging, because depending on where you're at in your career and also depending on how much money you actually have saved up, to have that assistance from loved ones, that in itself is a blessing. So hopefully this article can be a motivation to anyone that's just got married, about to get married, to where they can kind of, if they're in a position where they can ask family and friends to help contribute towards their down payment. That's a great thing, a great position to be in. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next article that stood out to me. All right, next article that stood out to me. All right, this is more so on the commercial side of real estate. So we have a manufacturer to add 200 jobs move into former Bain Energy warehouse in Broward County. All right, so this is a new glass manufacturing company, just moved into an industrial building once owned by an energy drink executive. All right, so the actual glass manufacturing company, the location of this facility is at 20,351st Sheridan Street in Pembroke Pines. Officially happened on October 2nd. Some of the biggest takeaway is the glass company plans to hire about 200 people, mostly skilled labor, to the manufacturer that impact glass in the next 5 to 10 months, which is huge, because we, having skilled workers and giving them an opportunity to actually have a stable job where they can provide for their family is a great thing. So I'm just glad to see that this company decided to actually make their base or their operations here in Broward County, and providing job opportunities for mainly those that may not have a college degree, but may just have a certain skill trade that they can use to their advantage and provide valuable service to an employer. In this particular case, that employer being this glass company. So, shout out to All Glass Production LLC for making that decision and using the facility that we have in Broward County to bring jobs into the local area. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next article that stood out to me. All right, so love this. All right, so let's go ahead. This is the next article coming from the South Florida Business Journal. Developer obtains $18.5 million loan to build apartments near Brightline Station. All right, that's great. All right, so an affiliate of the Navarro Lowry obtained an $18.5 million construction loan to build an apartment complex near the Brightline Station in West Palm Beach. All right, so this is actually located. This is going to be a half-acre site at 512 Clementa Street and 130 Quadrilla Plaza Drive, just west of the Brightline Station. It's going to have about 88 apartments. 4,687 square feet of retail space and 21 parking space. The average unit size is 557 square feet. One big takeaway I love about this article right here is this section where it talks about under the agreement with the city of West Palm Beach, the developer must rent 15% of the apartments to people making up to 100% of the area median income 20 years. And the median income in that area happens to be $90,000. So this is great. This is basically the local municipality working with the private sector, more in this case, the developer, to make sure that even though they're going to add value to the area by building these apartments, mixed use apartments, but they're also going to make sure that a portion of it is set aside to accommodate the residents in the area that actually make a certain income. So that's the whole affordability aspect of it. So, shout out to the local municipality in West Palm Beach working with the developer to make this happen. All right, so I believe we probably got one more article left. Like I mentioned before, I would like to keep this short and simple and straight to the point. All right, so let's get to this last article. Save the best for last. In this case, being all right. So this right here is a interesting article because it says U.S. households need $115,000 a year for median price homes. All right, so what this article is basically saying that based off the median home value in your area will determine how much money you need to make in order to afford purchasing and living in that particular area. So if we focus on a couple of cities, Miami-Dade County says that you need about $143,000 to be able to afford the median home in Miami-Dade County. And the median home in Miami-Dade County is about $600,000. Now, based off of the data presented, they're saying that this went up almost by 33%, meaning that the median income that you need in order to live in Miami-Dade County from this last year up now went up almost by 33%. Now for Fort Lauderdale is saying, which is Broward County, says you need about $114,000 to be able to afford a medium home in Broward County. And the medium home in Broward County is about $600,000. That's for single family homes. Now in the case for townhomes, that's about $300,000. So reality is, due to what we've been saying post-COVID, home prices have increased drastically, and unfortunately, it hasn't matched wages here in the South Florida market. So, what I mainly tell my clients is, depending on where you're at financially in your personal life, and also more so in your professional life, you just got to kind of put things in perspective, because I do have a good notice a good number of people are making that decision to move out of South Florida, and whether it's to the West Coast, Tampa, or even Port St. Lucie. So the reality is, you just kind of have to be honest with yourself, see where you're at in your life, and just realize, okay, my real estate journey can happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be in one location. It could be in the location that's ideal for me and where I am at in my career. So, all right. So with all that being said, I do appreciate you guys taking time and listening to this week's real estate news here in South Florida. Until next week, you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I appreciate you taking time out your day to listen to me. All right.